Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam and this is a Crafty Blinders van build. Well, over the last few days we've been getting some things done around the house. So we're in a new location today. I've installed these curtains because, I don't know if you can see behind me, we're actually out on the street. So we'll cover that back up and get on with the crack. Yeah, lots of things been happening this week. We've been installing a few little finishing touches, getting the gas working. That's all fired up now. The boiler works. We've got hot water. We've got quite a few other luxuries working. The night heater, we test drove that. That was really good, really powerful, really hot. All the little bits that we've been waiting for have kind of like all come together. So this week we've had a lot of deliveries and it's starting to really look smart. We also went down to Merlin's for some furniture board, met the lads down there, had a real good crack with them. It was a long day. It was 8 hours it took us, 3 hours there, 3 hours back. We also went to Jackson's Leisure, had a good little poke around their warehouse and their shop, very accommodating people, some really good products. Gives a few ideas for the future as well. So more money to be spent. This video we are looking at the insulation. We insulate the roof with Xtherm and we insulate the walls in the locations where it would be difficult to get Xtherm in with recycled plastic. It's made from bottles and it's made by Nerf, is it? Nerf, yeah, Nerf. Really good stuff. A doddle to put in, just a little bit of time, and yeah, don't pick a hot day to do it like I did. Pick a cool day. That's my only learning for you from my experiences. The day I did it, it was red hot. It lasted 2 days, to be honest with you. The first day wasn't so warm where I did the roof, but the very next day it was absolutely red hot. But let's see what you think. So this afternoon we're going to fit the insulation into the roof. We've done a sound deadening. I've done waiting for leaks to appear. CCTV, no leaks there. No leaks from the rear fan. Definitely no leaks from the front fan. Nothing. We've been very lucky. First time. The windows, they've also, none of them have leaked. I'm very happy. Time to start sealing things up. So we've been waiting for a delivery. Delivery's now arrived. Get a couple of these pieces out to show you. So, what we've been waiting for is these 62mm sticky pads. Let's get started then. These pads, like I say, get the sticky bit off the back, stick them, I would say directly onto the paint. I wouldn't put it on these pads, you know, quite a smooth surface. So we're going to start, I'm going to put 6 up I think. Number 2. Number 3. Learn to count with Sam. Right. If you remember, when I was cutting this insulation, I angled the sides down so these actually push into these corners. There's some riv nuts here, you push up under that. So I cut all these panels to size before we started. End of the day, doesn't make for a good video showing you something so easy. There you go. There you go. Clips on. One more. Actually, two more. You can actually push these panels quite far up. It's just a matter of bend them over. And that's it. Job done. It was then just a matter of securing all the panels up in the correct sequence. I'd numbered all the panels as I pre-cut them beforehand. So it was just a matter of sticking them up and making sure they didn't squeak. If they did squeak, I'd trim a little bit off here and there. When I first started working on the van, I'd installed some temporary lighting. It was now time to remove this and the cabling. In all honesty, I just ripped it out. To achieve the angle on the end of the panels, I measured in 240mm and basically cut through the back of the panel and then sealed it back up with silver foil tape after bending it at a slight angle. Just above the cab, you're going to need to extend this metal frame with a piece of timber. This will allow you to secure things to it in the future. If you don't do it now, it's going to cause you problems later, so it's as well to get it installed and then the job's done. Later on in the build, I secure the front of the overcab locker to this rail, and I then add a piece to the front of that to secure my wood panelling to the roof. Then it's just time to secure the last piece. It's a great feeling when you've done a good job and you put the last piece in. That's all the extra therm insulation installed in the ceiling. Just a matter now of taping up all the pin heads and the ribs and running a bead of masticing before we do the final taping. So we'll crack on and get that done. So again, I cut these on earlier just to save a lot of time. Pins, they work a treat, don't they? Them pins work a treat. So we'll just roll these. Council have just turned up to cut the football pitch. Probably what you can hear in the background. So, as I say, you can't halt progress. Middle of a pandemic, but hey, at least they're cutting the grass. So again, I'm going to go along here with some master plater. Right round, fill all these gaps. Just catching on that top edge. I will run a knife along there, just to free that up. Actually, let's try it now. What about that? You can have that one for free. There you go, problem fixed. The big panels along the sides, they're really easy to fix. Just a matter of offering them up and pushing them in. Again, I pre-cut all these before I put the sticky pads on, so I made sure that they all fitted in place, and it's just a matter of pushing them back on. I wish all the jobs in the van were this easy. Unfortunately they're not. And then it's on to my favourite job. I don't know what it is, but there's something oddly satisfying about putting this foil tape on. I don't know if it's the finish that it leaves or what, but I get lost in the job and I absolutely love putting the stuff on. I've probably done 20 rolls in this van, but I get carried away with it. If it doesn't move, I tape it up. Here's a handy tip as well: get a bungee cord, stick your tape on the roll, and then you can just pull it off as you need it. I use the foil tape to seal up every possible gap. I use it to seal up wood as well, so if we do get a leak, it shouldn't penetrate into the wood. Any moisture shouldn't be absorbed by the wood. Also, if we're going to carpet trim a panel, I'll use the silver foil tape to cover any holes in the structural supports that run around the inside of the van. If you're converting a long wheelbase van like myself, I'd recommend buying a box of this stuff, this foil tape. It works out a lot cheaper. It's about £5 a roll if you're buying it on its own, but if you buy it in bulk, you can get it for like £2-3 a roll, much cheaper. I also lap the foil tape over appliances like the fans, over all the timber. Again, I know I've said this before, but I try and seal in as much as I can, so if we do ever get a leak or water or moisture does get into somewhere where we don't want it to be, it's easily dealt with. We're not having to dry out big lumps of wood, you know, and it should make life a lot easier for you. One of the other advantages with foil tape as well, if you mess up, you just rip another bit off and stick it over the top. Nobody's going to come round and do an inspection on your finish. You'll never see this stuff again, hopefully. It'll be sealed away forever. So today we're going to finish off the rest of the insulation along the sides. It's quite a warm day today, not the best day to be in the van, but it's a job that needs doing. So once we get that all insulated, we can then start sealing it all up with the vapour barrier. Another awkward warm job, but again another one that needs completing. So let's get cracked on. To finish off the insulation, I'm going to start using this enough insulation made from recycled bottles. It's pre-cut as well. I found the easiest way to work with the insulation was to break it down into the pre-cut lengths, roll it out inside the van, and then I could just cut it to the size that I needed. Once all the insulation was in, I secured it in place with foil tape. On the larger panels, I used high temperature spray adhesive. This will secure them in place and they won't move. In all honesty, I could have used the spray adhesive to secure the smaller pieces well, but I love foil tape. To cut the insulation, I just used standard household scissors. They're a larger pair and they're great for the job. You may notice that I never push any insulation into the main structural parts of the body. See the area where the blue sticker is? There's a channel there that runs up and down the vehicle and the full length of the vehicle. I leave these open for the sole purpose of letting the vehicle breathe. I think if you fill everything with insulation, you're going to trap moisture, and like a house, I believe your van should breathe, and this will allow any moisture to escape. And that's it, the main body of the van is now completely insulated. It's now time to start installing the vapour barrier, so that's another video. Well, there you go, that's another quick video on how I installed the insulation in my van. As you can see, I didn't put it in all the places where I could put insulation. I've left some channels for the van to breathe. Some people might like that, some people might not, but at the end of the day, it's my preference, and I kind of think it's important to leave some areas in your van where it can breathe and air can move freely to get rid of any moisture. At some point, I will get a thermal image camera and have a little look and see if I've got any seriously cold places, but I think I've done enough to insulate the van for drafts, for air movement and just the general cold. I've got a 5 kilowatt night heater now, and that keeps this place really toasty. So things are starting to close up now, putting blinds in, that all adds. I've put another vent in at the back. Some stuff have arrived this week that I've ordered weeks ago. So I'm starting to put them little bits in, and it's starting to make the van feel more finished. So we'll carry on with that, and we'll hopefully get to the end goal a bit sooner than we expected. If you're enjoying what we're doing, please consider subscribing. If you hit this link down here, the Crafty Blinder link, that'll take you to where you can subscribe. If you hit the bell, I think the bell's down there, that'll keep you updated. And hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, tell me what you think. You know, it's nice to get a little bit of feedback. If we're going in a wrong direction, tell us. If you're enjoying what we're doing, tell us. But please get in touch. It's always nice to hear from you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Weird doing this on the street. There's so much going on behind me and around me. I'm kind of fighting off being distracted. But yeah, new. I'll show you what we're doing. So today we're having the garden dug out. As you can see, bit of a mess. But we've got our artificial turf in. It's going to look cracking, I think. Yeah. And I won't have to get that bloody lawnmower out again.